Dear students, we are continuing our discussion on fourth module. Uh, in this lecture, we are discussing about industrial disputes and other dimensions in industry disputes. Basically, the term itself is clear. What is a dispute? Dispute is the difference in opinion between a employer and work employer or between the employees or in any hierarchy if there is a miscommunication or any difference of opinion between the that is called industrial disputes. So if we know that if those who work in an industry, if they are not working properly, it surely affect the total productivity of the industry. So, what are the causes for industrial dispute? The first cause for industrial dispute can be industrial factors. It can be industrial factors like related to employment or related to wage, related to time of hours, privilege, or right and other obligation. The all factors which related to industry, any factor which related to industry can cause industrial dispute. If a worker feels that my rights are not met, of course it can cause an industrial dispute. Another major cause for industrial dispute happening in our country is management attitude towards labor. Maybe managers are is not ready to give full support, or they are the mental pressure or other pressures they are providing, or maybe the management insists to take care of the promotion and other matters. Any difference of opinion happening between industry, between the management and employee can cause industrial dispute. It also can goes to have the between the governor missionary. So in our country there are, due to many laws, many proposals from the government also cause industrial disputes, so that also has to be settled. Other than this, there are many causes can be there due, due to the trade union possibilities, political instability, or corruption, or maybe due to any factor, due to maybe any many factors, the industrial dispute can happen. So whatever the factor should be, that should be seized properly, then only total productivity of the industry should be achieved. So what are the methods commonly used to settle industrial dispute? The most commonly used method for settling industrial dispute is collective bargaining. You heard this is very important term in terms of exam. What is collective bargaining? Collective bargaining occurs between a settlement, a negotiation happening from a representative team of trade union and management. They are sit together and try to bargain or try to solve the issue through proper communication. Here the bargaining happening between a representative body of the workers and the management. So both of them will have a healthy meeting together, will try to discuss all the matters connected to dispute and try to solve the issue. Collective bargaining is the most important tool which used in every industry for solving the dispute. Here the key term is a management and the a workers representative team both are try to solve the issue. Another commonly used method is counseling or mediation. Counseling or mediation, here a third party involvement with a third party which is acceptable for both parties, for both workers and management, is will help the mediation. They will try to listen the fact from both parties, and they will try to communicate that to opposite party and try to have a negotiation. So there is no legal viability here. And third party is arbitration. Here also a third party arbitrator is coming into the picture, but that third party has some legal validity. If he will decide something finally by closing the dispute between the workers and the employer, that should be final. A legal validity is the most of the time the arbitrator coming into the picture through government or through court or through some law implication. So that should have legal validity. committee. So collective bargaining, mediation, as well as arbitration. These are the three commonly used method which solve the industrial dispute. Along with that, we also need to know the term what is a trade union. We all are hearing the term trade unions are there. As of now, by the data, there are 17,000 trade unions are there. Basically, trade union is association of workers for maintaining and improving the working condition. Basically, the objective of trade union is to promote and safeguard the interest of workers. Okay, basically trade union itself is the standing for the goodness of the workers, not for basically their primary objective is to welfare of the workers. There are many famous trade unions are the INTUC, AITUC, like there are many CITU, many trade unions are there in our country which look into the well-being of the workers. So what are the objectives of the trade union? Basically, I said it's to promote the interest of the workers, to ensure good health and safety environment, and also trade unions are ensure come into the picture when they have to be ensured that the workers will get the benefit on time. So basically the functions will be securing the interest of the employee, securing the facilities of the worker, and establishing contact between the workers and employees. Usually trade union will be act as a link between the workers and the employer. Trade union will be the representative body of the worker. They will act as a link or a chain or a bridge between the worker and employer. So if trade union working is proper, it will increase the peace. If not working proper, in a selfish manner is there, is also affect the employer too. So trade union has to be ensured that it should be work in a proper way. The last term it has to be ensured in the industry is the workers' participation in management. The workers, we have to be ensured that workers' participation in industry has to be done in a proper way. Workers has to be get a proper participation in industry for decision making. We have to be ensured that the workers will have a role in decision making. So basically, what is objective of workers participation in management? To motivate the workers to create a employee-employee relationship smoother, and basically through workers participation is mean that workers will get a role in decision making. Okay, the lower level work will get a role in decision making. Workers participation is also called employees participation or laborers participation in decision making. So how we can ensure that the workers participation in decision making? Usually two ways are there. The one is formal participation and second one is informal participation. Formal participation is a formal way of working. Here the workers will get some through trade unions or somewhere they will get a role in decision making. Informal participation is something that to the informal communication between the workers and management will ensure that they will get the proper way. Usually, there are many schemes are there in our country to ensure the workers' participation in decision making. One is workers committee or joint management council or joint council. All are bodies or a committee with constitute between both employee and employees are there. They will work together, sit together, will take some decision. Okay, both the work committee, joint management committee or joint council. So all three bodies will ensure that the workers are involving in the decision making. So this is one of the key word, very much important in the examination point of view for you for in industry for in fourth module. So these are the major topic we had to be know in fourth module for the exam point of view. I already shared this note to you, so make sure please make use of this note. I also share important question and answers. Try by using both of them. Try hard and study well. All the best. Thank you.